Good afternoon. How you all doing? I'll give you an update on Sammy, our cat. He is still at the vet, and I got a call yesterday, which was Saturday, about 10:30 in the morning. Now they're not open, but the vet herself called us and said he is improving. And what happened when he stopped eating? Well, he went in there for that problem, and he was anemic. So they put him on, as I mentioned in my last video, they put him on, from what I understand, a steroid of some kind, Prozac or some such thing. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. And an antibiotic. The antibiotic, the reason he had a setback is it was a bother in his stomach, and it was, it's a very powerful antibiotic, and it was making him sick and puke up and everything else, and it was very difficult to pill up and so forth. So she took him off of that antibiotic. So yesterday morning, Saturday morning, we got a call, and he is improving. This morning, he's still over there at the vet, of course. They're not open on the weekends, but she looks in on whatever cats are over there that have to be hospitalized, and he's improved even more. His red blood count has come up. If he continues on this road to recovery, they'll be scheduling a time we can pick him up. So we should get another update Monday morning. And matter of fact, they told us to call them around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that's what we'll do, and we'll see. We'll go from there. So it does look promising. He does not have feline leukemia nor any problems with his immune system. So those are two good pieces of news right there. So I did want to give you an update on that. And once everything's done with that, then maybe I can get back to doing comedy. Needless to say, I don't feel like doing comedy until all this is over with and everything. Okay, there is another question. There's a question I have. YouTube changes things so much. Quite a while ago, you used to be able to get into your private settings and your email, and you can get into a section on your channel, and you used to be able to view all the people that are blocked. That's no longer a feature, and believe me, I spent an hour today looking over every single thing that I could think of, and that feature is no longer there. So I don't know how. The reason I want to find it is I have quite a few in all the years that I've had YouTube. There are quite a few that are blocked, but there is one I want to unblock, and I cannot find that feature anymore. It's definitely not on YouTube anymore. Unless it's in Google Plus, and I'm not on Google Plus. I think it's connected, but I never use that. So if anybody puts videos on Google Plus, I never use it. But I think I had to connect somehow with it, because if not, at that time, a couple of years ago, or whatever it was that they made all this change, all these changes and so forth, you're not allowed to upload any videos unless you join Google Plus. So if it's in Google Plus, maybe that's why I can't find it. But it is definitely not on YouTube itself anymore. That feature is totally gone. So I don't know. Maybe they did away with it. I don't know. But I did want to get in there and unblock the one channel that I blocked. It's a channel that I found out didn't really deserve to be blocked, but at the time I thought they needed to. So I wanted to get that taken care of. On another note, I've been watching the video comments on Dan's video, part 1 of repairing Uncle Dorkle's remote control push button. Apparently it is a special switch from what some people are saying, and others think it's just a regular ordinary push-button switch. But from what Dan has been showing me on his video, it makes contacts when you push it down, and when it's released it makes another set of contacts. So it is a special switch, and it's very difficult to do anything without actually having the rest of the system. In other words, having Uncle Dorkel, so you can plug the remote control into Uncle Dorkel's electronics and get that, so you can see how things are going. You know, you can jump out this and that and see how it's working. If that can't be done, I'm literally going to have to scrap the whole insides and go back to probably just making that huge remote, in which case there's no way I'd be able to get Uncle Dorkel ready for Halloween. Of course, we don't know. We'll probably get a snowstorm by Halloween anyways. We didn't last year, but the year before we did. So last year the weather was okay, and we tried to do a Halloween skit with Uncle Dorkel in the back of the truck. But that didn't turn out. We only had maybe a half a dozen people that saw it. This year, one of the local firehouses is having a Halloween party, Halloween night, for children and adults. And the last time I went to that was about, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, I'm guessing, when I was dressed up as a toilet. And if they have that this year and the remote control is working, I might bring Uncle Dorkel to that. But I am not 100% sure if I'm going to be doing that or not. Because I don't like driving at night. My eyesight's not good. I'm okay driving in the daytime, but I have trouble at night, and my eye doctor told me I shouldn't be driving at night, especially with the glaring of oncoming headlights and so forth. So I'm okay, and I'm cleared for driving daytime, but at nighttime, no. So it gets dark so early, and naturally it'll be dark at that time of the year. I mean, it's dark now at 7:30. It gets dark. It seems like we lost a good number of hours already with the daylight and so forth. But anyways, if that can't be done and fixed up in time, I won't be using Uncle Dorkel because his head is turned and I cannot make it move unless I literally cut wires, because what it is everything's hardwired to that remote control that John from the UK made up, that's in there, that's got 5 relays in there. And the relays are designed so that you push 2 buttons down at the same time, you're not going to have a short circuit or anything. It's just designed that way. And I'll tell you that John is a whiz when he's an electronic wizard, and other people are having a hard time finding out just how it was done. And the only way you could do that is you'd literally have to dissect everything, the remote control, and you'd have to dissect the relay box, and you'd take probably a month to figure it out, and so it's all hardwired in, because when he shipped it to me, it had all the connectors on it already and the wires, and all I had to do was just splice them together and connect them to the motor, connect all my connections to the fuses. It's fused, so you're not going to blow out you're not going to ruin your motor. The motor's got a 10 amp fuse on it, if you look back on my videos. The other circuits, like the head motor has not the head motor, but the mount trigger has, I think, a 10 amp also, or an 8 amp. And then the eyes have a 1 amp or 2 amp fuse. So everything's fused in there, but in order to eliminate part of that, you almost have to either add another remote and wire it in to this remote that John made, so you'll have 2 remotes, one to operate the eyes, and then disable the circuit that's in the remote that John built for the head and put it into another box. In other words, put wires over into it. I don't want to have that. I don't want to have to do that. I did want to give an update, a little bit of an update on Sammy, and it's looking pretty good. But I'm not going to get my hopes up, because that's what I did before. I started answering comments to people on the last video about Sammy, and I said he's improving, and then I no sooner finished typing, I got a telephone call, and that was Friday morning, and I was supposed to pick him up Friday afternoon, and I got a call saying that he had a big setback, and that was because of the antibiotic. She changed the antibiotic, and so I had to go and change some of the comments and re-edited them, and say that I just got a call from the vet, and things are not so good. So as it stands now, he is improving, but I'm not going to get too optimistic, and hope for the best, but be ready for the worst. And that's the way I do things, you know. You don't want to get your hopes up too much. You start jumping for joy, and everything's good, and the first thing you know, a big setback, or something's wrong, or they found this, and I don't want to, as my father used to say, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.